Hey guys, welcome to episode number 7 this week for Final Fantasy 12 Zodiac games. Back after another couple days coming out of work-wise, and not exactly a bad weekend, guys, but pretty much no problems on to any other weekday, any other pretty much night or evening, or any other way beginning beforehand. Well, we are back, guys, after this past Sunday coming out Spider-Man 2. And what's Spider-Man 2 still been doing, not exactly mighty, but it's been doing everything else we can really imagine. According to anything else, guys, of our strongest power, this one of a game my composer between a bit of my eyelids for a minute. But everything else, guys, not exactly can decide as much, but keeping our eyes open, replying, maybe like peeling a little bit. But pretty much whatever makes a difference with our strongest power. Guys, we are at 581 mods entirely here today, just to make sure it's not exactly going in between, but keeping it under control whenever is wanted to comprehend. But this is episode number 7 this week, guys, of Zodiac Games of Final Fantasy 12. Well, guys, I had a good night's sleep yesterday. Apparently my musketeer and we had a little opportunity. Not exactly had nothing else clueless, nothing else without any, no problems, guys, without any recommendation. Or to have any space that we use. Not our strongest power entirely. We're gonna kick off the chat this morning, guys. To me. MLSO, thank you so much, Zoe. For continuing to bring our balance with our strongest power. Whenever there's a lot of things going on the schedule. Also, guys, no problems by taking no issues or concerns, according to anything that we continue to do. Remember, guys, to support it, follow it, tweet it out as good as we can, and also balance what we can handle. But like I said, guys, I'm trying to gain, as long as we gain our composer, everything else would be pretty much directing it, not exactly going anywhere else in return. Excuse me. But other guys, after a good night's sleep, it was good. I did go to work yesterday. Work overall was not too bad, if you think about it. Keeping everything else under control, keeping anything in position. And also trying to wake up a little more extra. But nothing else would be very much soothing. Oh yes, guys, pretty much any particular reason. Not exactly energized reason, if you look at it. But no worries. Oh yeah, guys, today's date, by the way, as I'm looking at the bottom of my PC here today, if you look at it. So guys, today's date, I'm looking at it right at the moment. Today's date, guys, it is July 23rd, 2024. Good morning, Diana. Make love shout out. Good to see you. Super sweet shout out to you today. Welcome. As far as anything else goes, guys, nothing else would be pretty much going straight forward, not exactly backward. We're doing something that's more open and honest as well. Guys, we got the biggest one we've ever had, and the biggest one we've ever had to have any self-esteem, or more to really gather thoughts in return. Well, before we get ahead of ourselves, guys, with our strongest power, I do want to thank you guys for joining me this morning. With our social media and our podcast services, guys, what's more to transition? Make ourselves comfortable, supportive, with a lot of popularity, entertainment, and organic and Zeus for the most part, and doing something that we pretty much have done. In almost about 8 years I've been on YouTube, that's gonna be next week, guys, from here today, very shortly. And also, guys, same thing with Twitter and Facebook. Pretty much going in between. It's nice to see, guys, both of you is talking with fun, talking about our next location. And basically, guys, we did, at the end of the stream from last week, we did finish off some grinding for now, and we're about to go to the Lhusu Mines, as you guys can see. As Bothio does state the following, as we're looking at this one engine for a minute. That's what I say, guys, this one step or anything. But other than that, everything else is very well aware. Not exactly acting insane or anything else thrown in return. Hold on, guys, let me get the volume up quite a bit. There we go. But yes, guys, our social media and our podcast services, like Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Reddit, and so much extra. But guys, work overall was good, can't really complain, and pretty much keeping everything else good, pretty much keeping everything relaxed, and so on and so forth, if you look at it. So guys, we're about to aboard this one sky airship for a minute. And I will say, guys, if it comes to any ship, despite the fact, I mean, it's like if you're trying to ride a new airship from any other RPG. Well, actually, Village Food, my watch hours have been above average problem. I'll make a lot of shout out on Village Food. How are you, sir? Thank you for coming back in. Well, basically, I did not take on the silver button since I did get a past the present notification. I think over a month ago. Well, no problems to really go 2 months ago, or less, or more than, as far as I know right now. But well, basically, I'm pretty much have zero balance under assets, by the way, guys. But I don't exactly explain why. I would love to get back to it again, but it's gonna take much more than what I can get between watch hours. You know, guys, to really not complain, but get something. And much more something to get much more soothing. We can probably jump into that. Also, Village Food. Rosalind, shout out, dearest. How are you? Thank you for coming back in. And also, continuing bringing the balance and balance. Rosalind, thank you also for coming in. Well, look who we have here, guys. The one that's pretty much surrounding Pinello. Not a goblin or somebody to be messed with, guys. We got Begamden. That's not exactly a good, not a good favorite. You guys remember one we saw last week? It was pretty much not the same. Well, pretty much different type of Cassidy. But pretty much exactly what it is. Main host Chris Carl, make a love shout out. My loves, thank you for coming in today. Thank you. Alongside, guys, on 581 mods in total. But like I said, guys, to be much more, much more worried and much more keeping your eyes looking at between watch hours and whatnot. Like I said, guys, my server has still been good. But it used to be extremely powerful and powerful, way better than this. Then it used to be, yes, without any bad consideration. By any means if necessary, much more an account and involved. But if any of you guys in the chat with our strongest power have a Facebook, you guys can follow me under Facebook if you want. So that way, if you guys want to help me out with watch hours and followers, I've been dropping a little bit more, but it's due to a lot of super chats I've been dropping. Well, as you guys can see, well, we're about to head to the Lhusu Mines. Now, I want to say, guys, grinding after the end of last week. I want to say, guys, it was pretty much interesting. We learned a little more extra on license points between ability to ability, and have a lot of exception to have no problems to keep anything else in position. Carmina, make a little shout out, dearest. How are you? Thank you for coming back in also. Also supporting our strongest power, guys. With our popularity, our dues, and then our always, guys, always have, always will for our entertainment here today. We also have Haney. Yeah, Haney guys in the house. We also have 8, Tet. How are you? Thank you. I'm not sure if Kamina can help me out with my W8s to talk about today.
The Lhusu Mines
anything else we can jump in the system, hopefully?
Though, I do hear there's not
we
much
must go
left
inside
these
or
days.
outside of things, but we'll see. I mean, as long as everything else is in place, we always gotta keep everything that we need pretty much one. We also have another guest, guys.
What manner of errand?
It turns out to be a good guy for now. I mean, I'm pretty much a good companion. Guys, I played a lot of this game way offline. I think over the last year or so, during my first couple years with my #1 console, that's the PS5 currently. And pretty much looked at this one character, not two, but not exactly three of this character. As you guys see, guys, this character's name is Lamont, by the way. Which Lamont is not exactly the one other answer, but we do use her as a guest, guys, between some good stories when it comes to the series. But to have no problems or bad conspiracy, or to have some that would be much more ruling, or take it on something much more in general. But guys, we got Lamont as a guest for now. As you guys can see, we're gonna look at some of these characters. So basically, guys, we're gonna keep the normal 3, as we normally do. So you guys can see in the chat of our strongest power. We're gonna keep Vaughn, Althea, and Fran, by the way. I don't think Boss is gonna be in possession just yet. Ever since he became a guest during the last couple weeks, and I'm gonna keep everything else in as good as we can possibly jump in. We're also going to be looking at some items as well. Let's see where we're at, guys. Well, basically, guys, we're pretty much going to be doing a lot of exploration. But as far as what's going on today, guys, well, I don't think anything else would be carried away. That would be dropping in and out this month. But anyway, guys, you guys remember what we talked about this past weekend. Actually coming out of, not exactly no problems to yesterday. But other than that, guys, work overall was good. I go back, Friday, and I'm off, and then I'm gonna be off till Sunday. Once I finally did get a schedule, changed between that Saturday. Instead of working on that Saturday, guys, coming out of my tune schedule to think about also today. I'm gonna have. I told him, I said, as long as I have 15 plus, no problem on the schedule. Nothing else will really hurt. Not as many, if you think about it. Well, guys, as far as what we're gonna be doing on this one, we're gonna probably get Fran something. That's the guys who defense is slightly above average of about 7, and pretty much throwing in return. I guess guys in between, not exactly being above average or above decent. You see what we can probably demonstrate. So guys, I'm gonna equip the bronze chest plate coming out of Fran for a second, and then we've got the other 2, and that is the killing wave suit. I'm gonna get 2 of these for both of them for now. And once these 2 with these defense, guys, that's enough being issue or no problemo. So we'll take that above consideration. We have a yes final answer. But honestly, guys, everything else has been good. But everything else, guys, has been busy with work this week. No problems or pretty much no other thing being painful or anything else to energize after all of a sudden. But as far as what's going on today, guys, my Musketeer, my favorite fiance, guys, my Rose Dawson, by the way. So, guys, my 2 loves gone. I do want to explain a little bit of this, as long as you guys can recall right now. She does have not 1, not 2, but 3 softball games here today. I mean, 1 of 2 today, and then her bike being tired tomorrow. And what's tomorrow, guys? We have cheer practice coming up tomorrow. And what's I almost like to call it the go-home show. I mean, not compared to wrestling, not compared to baseball. But we're going to talk about baseball later on this morning. But with everything else, according to anything, and according to what we're looking at, also, I do not think there's going to be any guilty, pretty much no problems to any guilty pleasure. Or anything else is wrong. Like, not exactly criticized, guys, for giving anything, you know, guys, persuasive at times, but pretty much inside or outside of anything. That's not exactly self-control. Keeping anything else, guys, in between. So, guys, I'm gonna clip, Boss with Bangle. I mean, the thing about Bangle, guys, as an accessory here today, it does exactly mean we're using, some other, scan ability between its weaknesses, its resistance. That's all, guys. It's pretty much its resistances. And something we can probably scan all at one time. Especially with the hit points also. So we're going to keep that much more intact, guys. And yes, guys, much more of that in mind. Whenever space that we use. As long as we're using something, guys, to benefit, I think everything's going to be fine. Keeping everything, we can have much more stacked, and pretty much stacked, if we can. We're going to purchase these next 2, guys, and I'll be Sell and Protect for a minute. I don't know if any of our characters right now, as far as Lamont goes, I mean, Lamont does use healing, pretty much any other magic element, as far as we can really look at here today. With our strongest power, guys, with our entertainment, popularity, Zeus, and a lot of energy, all of a sudden, with our strongest power of our community. I do not see why not. As long as there's not a single name, we can probably jump in to. Of course, we're not going to cross the other areas since they're pretty much blocked off. And pretty much anything else otherwise going into it, so. But anything else, guys, everything else has been good. As I mentioned before, never to be said twice, maybe like 3 times a time. But speaking of a time, guys, my Musketeer has been asking and asking. She asked me if I would ever want to come to a softball game tonight. I'm like, as long as I'm not watching a comedy act, or people not having any problems, or, you know, anything else to traumatize, or anything else that goes well in hand, I'm like, well, as long as I'm not falling asleep too much, I can keep my ass open. As long as I can, guys. Of our strongest power, if we need to. But it all depends, guys. I mean, the last time I ever watched any softball game that my 2 loves been in, I mean, besides exactly cheerleading, it's been exactly a while. In the sense of, that was stress according to COVID, but, it's been exactly a while. It's kind of like if you're watching baseball all the time, or watching football all the time. Well, pretty much in real life, guys. Here in the state of Ohio, of the United States, between city, so guys, any city or any state, for example. So, it all depends. I mean, there is exactly not much going on, especially with cheerleading. I mean, my two love guys finds it a little more upsetting. We talked a little more about it yesterday. I mean, coming up last night. Since we did not call each other this past Sunday either. Well, last night we did. Let's think about it. Alright, guys, we're gonna process a couple of these as well. We got some Prince Kisses. Now we'll remove sleep. And number 2, guys, handkerchiefs. I'm probably just gonna do 10 for now. And we're not gonna wash anything off with that in mind.
Good evening.
And we'll do a quick save as well. Kapanko, make a shout out, dearest. How are you? Kapanko, I need a huge favor today, please. With our strongest power. I mean, especially with our followers. No problems, guys, without any other stuff. We got guys, watch hours and followers today, if possible. If you guys are past and present, and being in the chat with our strongest power. If you guys want to catch more Final Fantasy 12, that's why, guys, Final FF12 Zodiac games every hour and 40 plus, guys. No problems to really bring in or treasure. We can bring something silver or much more into gold precisely. All you guys need to do is like it, support it, tweet it out, and follow it. Rosina Gatsu, make a lot of shout out. Rosina, make a lot of shout out, dears. How are you? Think of it standing by, and I was swapping by. You guys are gonna make sure my watch hours do not go above average or above down the stress that much anymore. As long as we know what we're doing, exactly what we're able to jump into, you gotta know, guys, we're gonna keep everything else from the ground up. We're gonna keep on digging and digging. Maybe double dip if we have to. As long as we're not spreading, you know, anything else between a portal to anything else darker, if we can. But other than the guys of our strongest power, and of energy, Zeus, entertainment, and pretty much anything else to adore. We also have Adelpha, make a lot of shout out, Adelpha. Now I did exactly, guys, drop a super chat for her.
I can assure you it reaches Lord Vane most discreetly.
And apparently, guys, they got this one character pretty much in handcuffs by this powerful judge. And I think we know who the judge is. But it was not exactly what we were pinning or stand aside as much.
Will see not only you
but knowing any male or female, most judges, guys, are pretty much male all the time. But not exactly the same surprise or something shocking. What all you guys need to do, guys, is like it, support it, tweet it out, and follow it. Always like and share the stream, guys, of our social media, our podcast services, and what's more to always come around and whatnot. And we do it, guys, because we're driven of our strongest power. Adelpha, do you know how to boost any YouTube channels? Just to be open and honest, and also, and pretty much anything else we can do.
Difference does it make? We have to find Panola.
But apparently, guys, my watch hours has been all over the place.
She's a friend.
It's not exactly been the highest it's ever been, but it's been above stupidity right now. And basically, guys, Lamont is not exactly heavily surprised. Well, welcome, guys, to Lhusu Mines. But if there's any game you guys want to check out, you guys want me to put on the schedule, any old game, any new game, guys, more common, much more to have a name for itself, to be honest. Always like and share the stream, guys. Like and share the stream. Like I said, guys, if there's any game you guys want me to jump into, you know, have a lot of fun, you guys give it the popularity, the support, the entertainment, and energy. As long as we can give it, the biggest we can get it, and support it. Remember, guys, supporting it, step, pivot, as much as we can handle. All you guys need to do is one thing. You guys can like it, and also support it, guys, and follow it. You guys can hit that like button, support button, and comment. Avoid me, guys, from dropping my followers and my watch hours. And making sure we're not doing something stupid all the time. We're doing something what we can do. To make sure we've got enough watch hours that's more under control, more than we could probably jump in the system. Yes, guys, join in as well. But like, guys, jump that like button, support button, and comment. And remember, guys, with our strongest power being active, and pretty much making a huge name, and major qualifications, guys, any transaction, because I'm no longer monetized, I think, for a while for now, for example. Remember, guys, love, support, and respect is the key. Always has, guys. Love, support, and respect is the key. Stay awesome and creative. Have a lot of popularity, support. Always have an energy, guys. Doing something that's more to require. Doing something we want to do in the process for this year. but doing something we could probably bring in. What guys, not exactly visiting, but most likely bringing something home for a change. That's all you guys need to do. Remember guys, support it, follow it, tweet it, and comment. And doing something we can probably handle and then stand and deliver afterwards. We guys see also been creative with our 581 mods here today. Our strongest power. Never have self-control guys. Never have any prosperity. I see we killed three skeletons right now. I don't know if there's anyone else that needs to have a gambit. I mean, I'm trying to get a gambit moving. But as long as it's never being soiled. I don't have anything else, guys, to satisfy or to begin it. Remember, guys, we'll do it because we're driven. So why not? And yes, guys, now it's just power. When we support each other, guys, we find people, we socialize with people as much as we can, and do something we can really allow. We always want to allow every single thing happen. You know, so if Anna Devira, make a lot of shout out, Anna, good to see you. Anna, I mean, actually, guys, it's either Anna or Anna. It really doesn't matter for us. It doesn't matter to me either. That's a bit of Ice Savon. He's gonna get a little bit healed from Fran after this one. There we go. We have another skeleton trying to burst our Damsel Distress top. Pretty much our tops for a minute. Someone got a different pattern. Or a different type of energy. A different type of source, guys, if we look at it. But anytime we manage, guys, to support each other, get one another, follow with another and another. With our strongest power, guys, with our popularity, or entertainment, or energy, and or juice. All we need to do, guys, is follow and share it, support it, guys, and do it towards our podcast services. And that is, guys, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. And the super death trap, guys. We're gonna be careful for that too, because if we're looking at some sort of a status element, we gotta make sure, guys, not to step on too many traps. Or our hit points are gonna get poised, and we're gonna run into some deep trouble. So we just gotta be careful from that, guys. Making sure we're healing, making sure we're having maximum. Pretty much, to keep everything else pretty much certain, and we're pretty sure about it in return. But as far as Bhujerba goes, Bhujerba is himself being a badass to it. I mean, pretty much personally, well, according to any facts, on what he wants to do a lot of planning by doing, to be honest. But we'll see what happens further. But you guys already recall, and by next week from now, I'm gonna be releasing, I'm about to release, guys, 8 years on YouTube, and turning on 6 years, guys, on the Twitter and Facebook. So, guys, for the final week of this week, guys, it'll be the last time. I mean, for the rest of this week, guys, it will be the rest of the 7 years I've been on YouTube. Before I turn to 8 years on social media, them guys, the space that we use. Them guys, Twitter and Facebook, we're turning up to 6, and we're always going to turn up the heat a little bit more. And we're always having our voices heard, guys. Not to spread any lies or bad emotions. But doing something, guys, that we love and support, and a popularity that we have entirely. And more intently, if you will. Well, we won't be releasing AUs, guys, next week on our YouTube channels, especially my channel, going into next week. Next Tuesday, guys, is the 30th, exactly. And yes, guys, Twitter and Facebook as well. So why not? And my two love and I, guys. Our years today, guys, my two love and I, guys, and our future. And pretty much a lot of time together. Hold on, guys. I'm not sure what happened back in the background. But yeah, guys, her and I have been together for over 7 years. And we've also been physical engaged. You heard me right, guys. We've been physical engagement ever since the second talent show this year. And that was, guys, back in February or March. You guys think about it today. Well, pretty much of our plans here today. I mean, she's gonna be heavily tired at the end of today, guys. And she's planning on having a doubleheader by bringing plenty of people on, bringing some of us on, and most of us on. From the fan base, guys, with her family, a lot of her friends, cheering her team on. When it comes to softball. Once, I found, guys, my two love thinks she thinks I should do basketball down the road. I'm like, if I was gonna be LeBron James or Michael Jordan, like I said, guys, either Michael Jordan or whoever, maybe I would get into basketball. I mean, I'm 31 now, guys, for this year. I mean, I would do it, but I don't know. We'll see. When people cannot have something to schedule. If people are having a softball game, guys, on a Tuesday or Wednesday at the same time with cheerleading, or never have the same element of surprise, whatever it could be. And as long as people can really interact and reason with that, you always got to be smart and doing something you guys really like to do and love to do, like encouraging other people to help you, have a lot of fun with people, and anything else under seriousness. It all depends. Key Elon's making a lot of sound out, dearest. How are you? Besides, say Lulub's Elon's. How are you? But I always want to help guys on watch hours. If I can get some of that set, to be honest, that would be great. But yeah, I mean, it's been way down the tubes. As long as people are not picking $1 million to $1 million, like I said, guys, it will go down to above down below the stress, guys, under anything. So guys, that's good video on the social media this morning. We're gonna talk about something interesting on Steam in the next 15 minutes. Not exactly 17, guys. I'm gonna do it in about 15 minutes. Under the best year for gaming. Under Steam today, any transactions, any pre-orders, anything you guys want to accept under gaming, we're gonna jump into that very shortly. But as far as anything else goes, guys, my strongest power. I did not talk a little bit about Despicable Me 4 this week. And from what from what I secretly heard, I found, guys, the movie itself is supposed to be. The movie itself, from what I've heard, it's real good. We can see Carell back, Miranda Cosgrove back here today. Much more of an inspiration here today. And seeing what all that is really about, to be honest. But do you guys honestly think we would talk about what's going on with Despicable Me? At least for so. Well, guys, 9 times out of 10, I'm thinking, since they're keeping themselves energized, keeping everything else under control, I really have no bad ideas for it. And no problems to keep everything in possession either. Or keeping anything else under control below it, and not exactly pretty much directing it. But basically, guys, apparently Despicable Me 4, it's going to be ending its box office run. But what an exciting, good theaters run it's been having. After, it's been in theaters since May or June, to be honest. Actually, no, May or June. Ever since it's been exactly in theaters back then, for more this year. But apparently, guys, according to the box office, it's going to be ending its run, guys. No more than $1.3 billion. But it is going to be sold instead of being fabulous, guys. Pretty much just being a little more behind on the first Super Mario Brothers movies. The first Mario Brothers, to be honest. Another one, guys, with the late one, that would be strongly rumored, or heavily rumored, to be honest. I mean, we're not going to see the second Mario, guys, till the next two damn years from now. So we don't have to worry about that completely right now. As long as we know exactly what's going to be coming up next, whatever's going to be coming up entirely, we're going to do something with that with no problem. Or based on anything that's been talked about, for example. So, I do not see that being an issue. I repeat, guys. I mean, yes and no. McCavick, everything. And yes, guys, everything we could possibly do is much more to keep ourselves in position and doing something we could probably do and do something that matters. I will say, guys, I have not seen. Well, hold on, guys. What was the last movie I talked about exactly? The other movie, guys, I did talk about last week, or maybe like, for example, guys, a couple weeks ago. It was Inside. It was the second Inside Out movie, Inside Out 2, to be honest. Now that movie is it's still probably. I mean, that probably is still going to approach any other movie in general right now. Not to mention, guys, Mario, but also not because of the Avatar 2 or anything else that's being drawing attention enough for it. But it all depends exactly. So guys, I got not one person healing, I got two people healing. So guys, I got both you and Fran doing the healing for now. I mean, for a while. I'm not gonna replace anybody else either. As long as it does not mean squat to anything else. Or it's all enough attention. Or due to the facts on anything, by any means. I do keep an eye on some of the totals from now and then. Under movies that are in theaters and in theaters right now. Like the one movie, guys, that's coming out in the next 3 days from now. And what is that movie, guys, you may ask? It is the new Deadpool and Wolverine. Now apparently, guys, my future fiance. Apparently, guys, Miss Clapp is not going to be watching that movie. Apparently, guys, there's a lot of threatening, there's a lot of language. I mean, I would like to see the movie myself, but if you guys haven't heard, my Musketeer and I have been talking a little bit about planning between if we want to request any movies we want to watch. I do not think Deadpool and Wolverine is going to be self-considered and self-esteemed right now. Well, pretty much not as much as I would like, but something that we want to do. And yes, guys, a space that we really want to occupy and support on, if we get the time and get the chance to tie us into. So, I mean, yes and no. I mean, if we want to something without being the crosshairs, we still got to do something that would make something proud out of it. So it all depends, exactly. Now my 211 guys I still want to, I mean, not myself, guys, but I still want to book, Borderlands, guys, that's coming out in theaters in the next couple more weeks from now. I mean, we're gonna be almost at the end of this month of July. I mean, not July, but July, to be honest. So we're gonna have something much more to think about, too. Towards what we're talking about in position. To see what we want to do about movies, doing something else like dinner soon. Which I know my Musketeer and I will talk a little more about it, as long as much we can gather. And something we can probably jump in as well. This is not going to be any self-doubts, guys, or self-proclaim, if we can. But no, guys, we're trying to stop these, we were trying to stop these skeletons for a minute. Well, guys, I'm gonna quickly revive, I'm gonna restore Vaughn right now, and get himself, guys, back to where we're at. Well, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get Vaughn back in the system now. I don't know if we're gonna get quickening just yet. I mean, I still want to jump in. We've had I have no problems with no arguments or anything else to persuade with. I mean, I don't have anything in return. Well, guys, Vaughn's at 449. That's what I'm talking about. That's something that we want to reason with and talk with. And socialize with, too. But to be open and honest, guys, we do want to do something with movies. We want to do something. I mean, we got the. Apparently, guys, we got the fair after next week, and apparently, guys, we are the opening act for cheerleading for our cheer competition here in the United States of Ohio on the beginning of the fair, and that's going to be on the beginning of opening day, guys, on August 7th, I believe, guys. I don't think anything else is right or wrong. Based on the fair involving tractor pulls, or pretty much demolition derbies. Or pretty much having Cosby singers. Some Cosby singers, guys, only on that Monday, also. So we'll see what happens. I told you guys understand too, and I said I do want to book some stuff. Also, guys, she does want to watch. She does still want to watch, guys, the second Beetlejuice. For example, guys, the second Beetlejuice. A lot of us have already heard with acting, and what the movie is going to take out of it. You guys talk about Michael Keaton returning as Beetlejuice. He is exactly a funny badass, guys. Michael Keaton, guys, yes. So I told her, I said we still want to book. We still entirely want to try to do something with the second Beetlejuice. I mean that's not going to be booked, guys. Still heavily way after the end of this month, guys, of July, and then going through August as well. I mean, if I had to guess when I'm probably going to book it, whenever we want to try the reason with that, it's probably going to be soon. It's probably not going to be later, but definitely soon, guys, rather than anything else in general. Apple off, make a left shout out, dearest. I did not see you come in. How are you? So Vel Pustas, how are you, dearest? Thank you for coming in. But as long as anything else is being relived or beloved, we're gonna do something that really criticizes, but never be left out, guys. But doing something that matters. Not about what I want to do, but what my women's evil wants to do, guys. That would be my true love and I want to do together as a young couple. Well, guys, we have another level up. We got Lamont leveled up, I think. I may start switching people around if I get a chance. But I honestly do want to keep my healer. But we'll see how things can work out, guys, and much more in the balance. I mean, it's not about what people want to do, but it's all about what we want to do. What I want to do too, guys. So as you guys can see, we are taking out these skeletons. We got about a 21 chain. But talk about having something lighter. 21, yeah, guys, 21 now. If we kill this piece of trash, we're gonna get to 22. And we do, guys. Look at this. Thank you, Apple, for coming in today. How's it going? Thank you always and always jumping in the system. Well, guys, watch hours have been down in the tubes, by the way. If Adelpha can do something, can maybe try to boost watch hours, followers, I don't know. I never want to ask her. But Adelpha, do you have Adelpha, do you have an admin system when it comes to followers? Any best intentions between thumbs up or views, to be honest? A long sleep? Guys should be just fine and tight. Keeping everything else under control, guys. Don't have bad ideas. 25, guys. Look at this. I mean, that's what I call a lot of demolition. A lot of demolition to a lot of experience, a lot of exploration. And expressive, guys, indeed. Okay, guys, we're gonna talk about baseball in just a little bit. You guys understand what we honestly really talk about? And what we do talk about, for instance, when it comes to Steam, I'm gonna tell you guys about Steam in the next couple minutes, next 2 or 3 minutes. But everything else is fine, guys. And as far as work goes, I go back. I do go back, guys, on Friday, and then my ass is off Saturday prior to cheerleading, prior to that cheer schedule, by the way. And no, guys, we're not gonna have that cheer showcase, by the way. Apparently that shit got canceled. I think a week, maybe like 2 weeks ago. Actually, I want to say, guys, doing anything else without any element of surprise. It's like if you're looking to cancel something or reschedule something, I don't think there's anything else that would be harmful no problem spreading around how long we really wanna, you know, guys, energize and whatnot. You can see our energy is built, see our throats are going, and our voice is going. As long as we know entirely what the upcoming date is gonna be, guys, instead of the showcase, it's gonna be this coming Saturday in the morning. We're gonna be hanging out with some sales squads, and possibly have pizza, maybe something to drink as well. You guys, real quick, guys, if you remember, back in 1992's Royal Rumble, guys, when it became the World Wrestling Federation back in the day. You guys remember the one gentleman, the one brother, by the name of, what's his face, guys? I mean, what's his face? Bobby the Brain Heenan? He really needed something to drink afterwards. You know, during the Royal Rumble match back then. For the undisputed, WWF title back then. That's really, I mean, that brought us the old days. That brought us the old days, guys, back then. Remember, guys, right there, you know, guys, right there, right then, and now, to be honest. Alright, guys, we're gonna talk about Steam now. As long as we're not kidding ourselves anymore, we'll be just fine, completely. But guys, we're gonna talk about Steam today. So if you guys are looking to buy anything on Steam, if you guys are looking for anything good, and if you guys do have an account on Steam, for example, and buy something. If you guys are buying an old game, if you guys are buying a new game, you guys can have any option to any. And if you guys are using Steam gift cards, Steam is pronounced, guys, STEAMGIFTCARD, with an exciting artiste. And not to have anything else being tilted the other way around. And yes, guys, the space that we use. So you guys can see I have Balthio and Fran doing the healing as much as I can. Not exactly after a while, but we're going to do much more than that. If we can. Give me 1 second, guys. Views, thumbs up, some followers, plus, WH. There we go. But yeah, guys, you guys can make your Steam account, and I repeat, guys, and buy something. If there's anything good, not exactly bad. Anything you guys can have your minds never be twisted. You guys can buy any games you want. Henny, Astoria, make a shout out. La Lumps, thank you for coming in today. Okay, Ellens, I'm not sure if you got my answer clearly. Zephyr Lamboy, make a love shout out, sir. How you doing? Look at this, guys. We got Zephyr. We got a guy by the name of Zephyr in the house today. But if you guys can find a way to buy views, thumbs up, or followers, or, for example, guys, watch hours. I am still deeply desperate for help for watch hours. If you guys can figure something on my YouTube channel, that would be sweet. You guys can let me your Facebook. I'll give you my Facebook, and we can try to plan ahead. Not exactly plan ahead, guys, but try to do something. Then we can try to do for each other. Of our strongest power, if we can. It's not about me, guys. It's about all of us to see what we want to do. To be open. And no disagreement either. So guys, if you're looking to pre-order any games, if you guys are getting bucks for Fortnite, you guys can jump on the Steam. STEAM. If you guys are pre-ordering the new Assassin's Creed Shadows, if you guys are pre-ordering the new Man 25 with Christian McCaffrey on the cover, from the San Francisco 49ers, for example. You guys can pre-order any games you want. If you guys are also into any sports, music, and RPGs, you guys understand entirely my name. My name, guys, is JD93, guys. Actually, no, my name is Jack Dawson 93. If you guys have nothing, people should not have nothing to lose. I mean, if you guys got nothing, you have nothing to lose otherwise. By supporting it, give it the popularity, excitement, and a lot of stuff to really think about, and also with a lot of people in it. As far as what we know, for sure. Abby, good, dearest. There you are. Abby, do you know how to... Are you able to help me out on my channel? If we can also climb into Rincy or Hana or whatever. You guys understand, I'm always deep. I'm nearly almost desperate for help right now. Once hours have not been exactly been doing good. Especially my followers. That's pretty much not being dialed in all the time. Not a lot of boosting all the time, but if any of you guys could really have something on it, we're gonna see how everything else can spread in. Pretty much have a night design, to be honest. Well, guys, I'm gonna use a couple of these for a second. These license points. If I'm gonna lock a couple people's stuff for a second, I feel like I'm gonna have to bring somebody in if I need to. Hold on, guys. How are we doing on statuses? Well, honestly, guys, I'm gonna grind a little bit more because I know what's gonna be near in this area. As far as I know, to be honest, right now. So I'm gonna jump in it in just a little bit. But back to what I was saying, guys. You guys can head over to Steam and buy something. You guys go out to Steam gift cards if you're looking to get something small, something medium, something cute. Anything you guys really wanna see, whatever you guys want to do. Or pretty much needing, maybe something wanting on the Steam. If you guys are pre-ordering the new Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, right before November 17th this year. I mean, pretty much almost trying to close out the other half of this year. You guys can jump to any game or any conclusion. But you guys can buy any amounts you want under Steam. Remember, guys, any install processes, any fun stuff to process. Like, for example, if you guys are into RPGs, for example, like Final Fantasy, Assassin's Creed, God of War, It Takes Two, The Last of Us. I haven't heard very much, guys, according to Neil Druckmann, under Naughty Dog yet, based on what he really wants to do, despite the fact with The Last of Us. I mean, I think we totally understand, guys, that we are getting Season 2 of The Last of Us under Max, guys, I believe after this year. You know, guys, with Pedro Pascal, that's going to be in the second Gladiator this year. That movie, guys, is something that Love and I do want to dump a sample to. And pretty much have something to fly on. And pretty much occupy it too. If we get a chance, and have something to charge also.